Someone is heavily thinking about you. Like there's someone who just can't stop thinking about you. It is giving obsessed, but in the best way possible. You know when you're thinking about someone, but you don't feel bad about it. It's more so this person is thinking about you and either replaying scenes like memories that you have, or it's almost as if they are dreaming about things that have not yet occurred. So they're fantasizing, they're romanticizing this connection. And what I'm picking up on too is what I'm hearing is you are everywhere. Like this person sees you in everything all around. When they're listening to songs, or they see a couple on the street, they're thinking about you. When they see something that is cute, they're thinking about you. This is giving almost like a haunting energy, but not in a bad way. Obsession can also be negative, but this person is not obsessed in an unhealthy way. So earlier when I was channeling this message, what was coming through was, for some time, this person has been fighting their feelings for you, where it was, even in the beginning, they've been thinking about you a lot. Like you've been on their mind heavily, like really heavily, but they were not yet ready to fully allow this to come through. So they were kind of like fighting against it. And I was like picking up on a song as well. I'm gonna, go into the songs in a bit, but this is what I was picking up on, was your person is giving into this because they have just realized that this is it, Okay, but let me get into the channel messages that I was picking up on. So the first thing was, I didn't know what love was until I felt yours. So this person, of course, like they have been in relationships before. They have dated people before. They have met people, but there's no one like you. That connection that they feel is this, they are fully aware that this is special. Another thing that it came through for me was, you are my home. So it's, when they met you, it was really like they realized that home is not a place, but a person. And there is another message. I want to read it to you. When I met you, I came home. Time stopped, and for a moment, it was like, there's only you and me. Even if we were the only people left on earth, I wouldn't mind, because you're everything I need. So you're what I feel is you have been used to people who only see you for certain things, In the past, there might have been people who only valued you because of your status or your beauty or for superficial reasons. But that person, they don't only see you as in physically see you, they see your soul. They see you for who you are. And they cherish the complete you, not only, the things that might fade over time. You can always lose your money or, for some reason, lose certain things in your life. And some people might leave you because of this. But this person is not going to leave you, is not going to leave your side, because you are really quite literally everything they need. And another thing that came through, and that was in combination with that song that I'm gonna tell you about in a second, was that this person can't fight their feelings any longer. So they're opening their hearts to allow all those feelings to flow freely. Because sometimes in love it can be hard to really be honest when it comes to those emotions, because like they have never experienced that before. So obviously there is a part of them that is still holding back because maybe it's too good. This is like, maybe it's too good. Maybe it's not going to stay like this forever. There are all these, it's almost like back and forth. And the message that came through here was, I can't help my feelings for you, and honestly, I don't want to fight them. Because this is the best I've ever been. Please believe me when I say that this was real from the beginning. So this person wants you to know that their intentions were real from the first moment. Thanks to you, I know what it feels like to look forward to the future. You made me become a better man. So I'm definitely feeling a masculine energy here. There are so many things I've learned from you, and I am not done yet. I want to make you happy forever. I want to build a life with you. I want to be the man you deserve. Another thing that came through might resonate with you as well is your SP is married to you in his mind or in their mind. This person is, I don't know how to say it, but for lack of a better term, spiritually married to you. So in a way, their soul is already, it's undeniable. That pull between you is undeniable. Even if in the physical might not yet have played out, the unfolding of this connection, but their soul is all in. And that is what I want you to focus on. So I've been taking a couple of notes as to what I would advise you to do right now. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to trust that your SP is really committed to you. So when you're tuning into this bond between you, where you just know, when you meet that person, I want you to drop into this and see it as the evidence that you need. And when you're thinking about your person, let's say when you're having inner conversations, let's say you're talking to your man or woman in your mind, you're, talking about the everyday things, or you're thinking about, okay, this is what he or she is doing. I want you to see the best version. I want you to entertain the best version, because whenever you're picking up on this version that is committed to you, this version exists. And every time you focus on this is what you're kind of activating. And the way that I see thought transmission, by the way, I have written a whole workbook on telepathy that is going to make it super easy for you to communicate with your person, like not only sending messages out, quote unquote, but also receiving messages where you kind of are picking up on what they're thinking, what they're feeling. When you're tuning into this, I want you to know that you are already experiencing the best version. So the way that I personally, when I'm doing this, that I personally am tapping into the energy is I am communicating with the soul of this person. I am not just affirming or sending, I'm not commanding this person. I'm not sending, you're going to do this and that. I am really communicating, connecting through the channel of unconditional love. Because, let's be honest, when you're manifesting a romantic partner, the core of this connection is love. And there is a version of this person that loves you unconditionally. And, when you tune into this unconditional love and you strengthen this bond on a soul level, this is where it really gets stronger and stronger, because underneath it all, underneath all the worries, the doubts, the what ifs, the oh my God, how's this going to work out? And oh my God, I don't know how we're going to get back together or even get together or meet or whatever. There is unconditional love. And that is the core of this, okay? And when you're dropping into this, you're calling this version that loves you unconditionally into your life. And yeah, that is basically my advice for you. I would also like to share a couple of songs that were coming up in in the past couple of days because I personally feel that a lot of the telepathic communication with our SPs, or in general when I'm tapping into these collective messages, is coming through in music, in lyrics. And it makes a lot of sense because thought transmission is energy. And of course, you can not only pick up on messages through your thoughts, when you're thinking about a person, but also you can feel their intentions. You can pick up on their emotions, what they're doing, what they're thinking, how they're seeing this connection through music. And that is so amazing. So the first song that came up was All My Life by KC and JoJo. I'm gonna drop the song somewhere below in the comments. Then Make Me Better by Fabulous featuring Neo. Another classic is I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley, and that is the one that really was stuck on my mind, and where I was telling you before I was picking up on all those impressions was Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon. And listen to the song, you're probably gonna know exactly what I was talking about. It's just like this energy of I can't fight this feeling any longer, It's this energy, what I'm feeling when I'm hearing this song is these bottled up emotions are rising up to the surface and your person is about to come crashing through your door. This is energetically what I'm picking up on, which is like, you might try to shove down your feelings for some time. You might try to hide your feelings, but you can't hide what you're really feeling from yourself. You can try to shut down and, not talk to someone or try to get them off your mind, but something within them keeps coming back to you over and over and over again. It's like they have you on their mind heavily. They are unable to resist the urge to think about you, but it's not like when they're thinking about you, it's a bad feeling. It's bliss, and they are taking down. What I'm seeing in my mind here is they've built up a wall based on their past experiences, and they're taking down this brick wall stone by stone, ready to let you in. And so what I've been telling you to do, where I was get into the unconditional love, is I would really like you to harness that energy of love. And I do have a whole exercise. It is kind of an energetic thought transmission exercise where you're going to be able to send your SP love, but also to receive the love. So it's an exchange. You could also say it's a love transmission. It is part of my thought transmission workbook. If you want to grab it, it's down below. It's currently on sale. But generally, just tune into the love. So focus back on what really matters, which is the love between you. And that is all I have to say for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And subscribe, of course, to not miss out on more stuff like this. And I'll see you around in the next video.